In 1970, General Motors did something nobody expected. They took the Camaro and turned it into a car so stunning that Ford had no answer. This is the story of how Chevrolet embarrassed the competition. The first-generation Camaro was never supposed to last. When it arrived in 1967, it was a hasty response to the Ford Mustang. Critics called it a compromise. GM engineers knew they could do better. They spent 3 years planning something that would change everything. The 1970 Camaro was supposed to arrive in the fall of 1969. It did not. GM had a disaster on their hands. The complex rear quarter panel dies failed during final testing. Fisher Body had to completely rebuild the tooling from scratch. It was the first time in GM history that a production launch was delayed because of manufacturing failures. Chevrolet made a desperate decision. They kept building 1969 Camaros until November while engineers scrambled to fix the problem. Dealers were selling 2 different Camaros on the same showroom floor. Some customers did not know which car was which. The new Camaro finally arrived on February 26, 1970, 5 months late, and worth every day of the wait. When buyers saw the second-generation Camaro, their jaws dropped. This was not a pony car. This was a European sports car built in Detroit. The design looked like something from Ferrari or Maserati. A curvaceous nose with a gaping grille. A roofline that swept down like a fastback coupe from Italy. GM Vice President of Design, Bill Mitchell, had created a masterpiece. The proportions were perfect. Lower, longer, wider. The dash-to-axle ratio gave the car a dramatic stance that the Mustang could not match. Mitchell fought for that low cowl design. Engineers wanted to raise it. Mitchell refused. He understood that the low hood was essential to the car's character. Ford had made a critical mistake. While GM was building something sleek and sophisticated, Ford was making the Mustang bigger and heavier every year. By 1970, the Mustang had ballooned into something that barely resembled a sports car. The original pony car had lost its way. The Z28 was the crown jewel. For $573, buyers got the most advanced small block Chevrolet had ever built. The LT1 engine came straight from the Corvette. Solid lifters, aluminum pistons, an 11-to-1 compression ratio, a massive 780 CFM Holley 4-barrel carburetor. Chevrolet rated it at 360 horsepower, but everyone knew the real number was higher. This was the first year the Z28 could be ordered with an automatic transmission. Purists complained, but sales proved the decision was right. The 4-speed manual with the M22 Rock Crusher gearbox remained the choice for serious drivers. The suspension was equally impressive. Stiffer front anti-roll bars, a rear stabilizer bar, heavy-duty shocks, F60 15-inch tires that were massive for 1970. The Camaro could finally handle as well as it accelerated. Car and Driver called the Boss 302 Mustang the best handling Ford ever built. Then they tested the Z28. The Camaro matched it in the quarter mile and demolished it on a twisting road. Road and Track declared it one of the 12 best cars in the world. Not best American cars. Best cars, period. Inside the cabin, everything changed. The instrument cluster was now centered directly in front of the driver. Rally gauges gave you every piece of information you needed. The interior felt like a cockpit, not a family car with bucket seats. Sales told a painful story for Ford. Chevrolet moved 124,901 Camaros in a shortened production year that started in February. The Mustang still sold more units, but the momentum had shifted. Enthusiasts were choosing Chevrolet. The 1970 Camaro represented the peak of the muscle car era. high compression engines, solid lifter camshafts, no catalytic converters, no emission-strangling performance. It was the last pure muscle car Chevrolet would build for decades. Ford would respond by making the Mustang even bigger for 1971. That decision nearly killed the nameplate. By 1974, Ford was building the Mustang II on a Pinto platform, while the Camaro soldiered on with the same gorgeous body for 12 years. General Motors had done the impossible. They took a car that started as a hasty response to Ford and turned it into something that made the Mustang look ordinary. The 1970 Camaro did not just compete with Ford, it embarrassed them. Some victories are measured in sales, others are measured in respect. In 1970, Chevrolet earned both.